This is how you can make a ChatGPT command for free using your Discord.js version 14 bot, so let's go and get started. Before I show you how to do this, I'd like to quickly say that if you're interested in getting a custom bot package, you can go ahead and click the links in the description below. Currently, we have 3 of these. All of these have the features list within them if you actually go ahead and click on it, and you can go ahead and view the product's content as well. We will be introducing more of these soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, you can get the source code from this video or other videos on my channel by getting a God tier on Discord or a super or God tier on YouTube. If any of this is of interest to you, just go ahead and click the links in the description below to get started with this, and let's go and get into the code. Alright, so to start with this, we're going to go over to community, and we can go ahead and create ChatGPT.js. In here, we're going to get our /command builder. We can get our embed builder, and then we can do equals require, and we're going to go ahead and get our Discord.js package. Next, we can do const puppeteer, and we can do equals require, and we're going to go ahead and get our puppeteer package. We're going to be using this to scrape a website. Now, we can go ahead and do module.exports, and we can open this up here. We're going to get our data, which is going to be our new /command builder. We're going to go ahead and set a name. It's going to be ChatGPT. Then we can go ahead and set a description. We can say ask ChatGPT a question, and then we can go ahead and add a string option because we're going to be using this for the input. So we can go ahead and create that by doing option arrow function option.setName, and this is going to be our prompt. And we can go ahead and set a description. We can go ahead and say the prompt for the AI, and we're going to go ahead and set required to true because we do need a prompt. Now we're going to add a comma. We're going to do async executes. We can go ahead and get our interaction, and we can open this up. We're going to start by doing awaits interaction.reply. And we can go ahead and say contents, and we're going to just go ahead and get a brain emoji. It doesn't really matter what you get, and you can say loading your response. This could take some time, and I'm going to go ahead and set informal to true so only you can see that message. Next, we're going to go ahead and get that input, so we can do const, and we're going to get our options, and we can set that equal to our interaction, and we're going to do const prompt equals options to get string, and that is going to be our prompt string, just like that. So now we're going to go ahead and do const browser equals await puppeteer.launch, and we can go ahead and get headless, which is going to be true. So now we can go ahead and do const page equals await browser.new page, just like that. And then we can come down here and we're going to do await page.go to, and this is going to be the AI site we're going to be using. So the one that we're going to be using for this is a chat app that I've actually gone ahead and found. This is the chat app I made. It's built on Zapier. This has GPT-3, I believe, and if you connect your OpenAI account, it has more than that. You can go ahead and click on built on Zapier, and you can actually go ahead and try it for free here, and then you can go ahead and create a new project, and you can basically customize it. You can train your AI, you can customize what this name is, you can customize the response, and a bunch of other things. But I've just gone ahead and created one that will work for you if you'd like to use this. So the link for this will be in the description. You could also create your own, but keep in mind we are web scraping this. So if you do end up creating your own, some of the element names or IDs may change. So just keep that in mind. So with this link, we can just go ahead and paste that into the go-to. Now we're going to do const text box selector equals, and we can do text area. And we're going to go ahead and get aria label, and we can do equals, and we're going to get chatbot user prompt. So what we're basically doing here is we are getting the text area that we need to actually scrape to send a message to the AI. In the AI, that's what this text box right here is going to be. So now that we have that, we can actually go ahead and do a wait page.wait for selector, and that is going to be our text box selector. So we're going to wait for it to load in, then we can do a wait page.type. We're going to type in our text box selector, and we can go ahead and type in our prompt. So now, so far, we've opened the browser, we've waited for our text box to load in, and then we've went ahead and typed in the prompt. So right now we need to send the prompt so the AI gets it. So we can do a wait page.keyboard.press, and we're going to get our enter key just like that. Then we can do a wait page.wait for selector, and we can go ahead and get our data dash test ID equals, and we can do our final bot response, and then we're going to do a P. So it's going to look something like this. It's going to be the div that has your final bot response. So for this website, the bot responses are going to be chunked up into different paragraph tags. So we're going to go ahead and get the div that has the final bot response paragraph tags within it, and then we can actually go ahead and pull the paragraphs out of that. So now that we've waited for that, we can do var value equals wait page. Then we do dots, we do 2 money signs, and we can get val. And we can open this up. We're going to go ahead and get this exact same div that we had before. And then this time we can do async elements, and we can go ahead and open this up with an arrow function. So all we have to do is return elements.map. So we can return elements.map, and we're going to get our element, and we can do an arrow function, and we can do element.textContent. And my autocomplete messes this up a little bit. It's supposed to be elements, and this right up here is supposed to be elements as well. So that's what it's supposed to look like here. So we're going to go ahead and evaluate the page. We're going to go ahead and evaluate this div right here. One thing you have to do is go ahead and remove the p from that div. We do not need that, but we're going to go ahead and evaluate that. And then it's going to take the elements and it's going to map it into an array. And with that, it's going to include the AI's responses, and it's going to include all of the AI's responses, including code blocks. That's why we're doing it this way instead of just filtering the paragraphs. So now we're going to go ahead and just do a little error check here. So we can do set timeouts, and we're going to do async timeout here. We're going to set this to 30 seconds because that's the maximum Puppeteer will actually wait before it closes the browser anyways. So we can do 30,000 milliseconds because that is going to be 30 seconds, just like that. So now we can say if value.length is equal to 0, then we can go ahead and return await interaction.edit reply. And we can go ahead and say content, and we can say there was an error getting that response. Try again later. And that's actually all we have to do. So this is going to handle our errors because what's going to happen is Puppeteer is going to wait for this to load right here, the selector. And if it doesn't load within 30 seconds, it's going to close the browser anyways. So after 30 seconds, we can just send a reply saying it didn't work. Try again later. So now we can just close it. So we can do wait browser.close. And then after we do that, we can go ahead and format our response from the array into an embed. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our value, and then we can do .shift. So we're basically taking out the first value in the array. And the reason we're doing that is because the first value in the array is going to be how can I help you today? And we do not want that in there. We just want the response. So we're going to filter that out. After we do that, we can make our embeds. We can do const embed equals new embed builder. And we're going to go ahead and set a color. I'm going to go ahead and make this blurple. And then we can go ahead and set a description here, and I'm going to do \tick, and we can go ahead and get our value.join, and I'm going to do 4 \ends or 4 spaces. We actually do need to do this within backticks, so we can do 4 of these, and the reason we're doing that is because these are going to be some spaces that we need. And then we can add \tick again. So what we've done here is we've made a code block, and we've put our values joined together from the array, and we've spaced out all the different values, because sometimes if a paragraph is long, it's going to be in a different value within the array. So we just join it together and add a space under that so it creates a paragraph. And because it's in a code blocks, space works a little bit different. So I'm going to add 4 spaces. You can add less, you can add more. It's just up to you and how you want it to look. So after we've formatted it all correctly, we've pulled our data from the array. Now we can actually send it to the channel. So we can do await interaction.edit to reply. And we can get content, and we're going to set that to blank, and we can get our embeds, and we can get our embed. And just like that, we are actually done with all of this code. So we can go ahead and save the file, restart the bot, and test this out. All right, so in the Discord server, we can actually go ahead and test this out. So I'm going to go ahead and get my ChatGPT command. We're going to get it with the bot that we're using for this, and I'm just going to get a prompt. So to start, we're going to go ahead and say hello, just like that. It's going to say it's loading my response. This could take some time. It's only going to wait until it has the response. So we can just give it a couple of seconds to work. All right, and now we actually have a response from the question hello. It's going to say, hello, how can I assist you today? And the benefit, by the way, of having this in code blocks is that you can actually copy and paste it. So you can copy and paste your response if you need it. So now let's try to make a bigger question. So we can get ChatGPT and we can say, write me an essay on trees or something completely random like that. And let's just go ahead and give it some time to think. The longer and more complicated our response question is, the longer it's going to take to get the response. Just so you know, it's only going to take as long as it actually takes to get the response within the website. So just keep that in mind as well. That's why I have our timeout. So as you can see here, we have our ChatGPT response with these spaces. As you can see, this joined all of the paragraphs together within a string and spaced it out accordingly as we did with our join. And this worked as well. It generated an entire essay on trees. All right, so now that we see that this actually works, I'm going to go ahead and change headless to false. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it on so that you can see exactly what this code is actually doing. So if we go ahead and run something like code me a Discord bot, and we can go ahead and send it. As you can see, it opens up a browser and it's going to load, and as you can see, it types in code me a Discord bot, types in that prompt, and it clicks enter, and then the website loads this in, and then as soon as it's done loading, it closes the website and processes all of that information we just got and sends it within Discord. So that's why this is super, super cool. It doesn't require any API. It just scrapes directly from the website and it does it all automatically. Just make sure you have headless set to true, because otherwise the browser will open up. If it's set to true, nothing will happen other than it will just send it, and it looks a lot cleaner. It's also a lot easier for the computer or the host that's actually running this. So that's, you can make an advanced ChatGPT command using your Discord.js version 14 bot. If you do need any help with this, go ahead and join the server in the description below and use our help channels here. We'll be happy to help you out. And you might as well just join anyways, because this is a pretty good coding community. With that, I will see you guys in the next video.